Welcome to Jambar TV. I'm Thomas Kushner.
And I'm Amanda Jornt. We start with breaking news from Dom and Brandon in sports.
Thank you, Amanda. Right now, we are going to take a moment and catch you up to speed with a developing story involving senior forward Mary Dunn of the women's basketball team. Dunn can miss an extended period of time with an undisclosed injury. Dom, as we said, it's a developing story, but what do you have for us?
So let's talk about what we know at this time, and it's that Mary Dunn will be out Saturday, that is tomorrow, against Wagner with an undisclosed injury. It could be a leg injury. This is mere speculation at this point, but you'll see here in this video, we cannot confirm this is the injury, but you can see she plants those feet hard after a hard screen at the top of the key and comes up wincing in pain a little bit and kind of favoring that leg. We can't confirm that this is what the injury is, but YSU Athletics is not confirming an exact timetable for return, and her backup, Emma Van Zanten, she was injured against Akron on Wednesday with a foot injury, and her timetable for return is uncertain at this point as well.
We'll bring you more on the women's basketball team later in the newscast. Amanda?
Thanks, Brandon. This week on Jambar TV, we'll take a look at the different religions practiced at YSU and how they are represented in the community.
We'll tell you about the closing of Fire Station 7 and how the community is fighting back.
And later, YSU mascots Pete and Penny celebrate their 33rd wedding anniversary. All that and more on Jambar TV.
The YSU student body is made up of many different cultures and religions. When the university lacks religious resources to support them, some students must go off campus to pursue their faith. Amanda has more.
YSU's student body is made up of different cultures and religious groups, creating a diverse student population. Not only do students seek an academic education, but students can learn more about other cultures while strengthening their own practices. An international student travels off campus to pray at the mosque in the Youngstown Islamic Center to study Islam, along with using the meditation rooms in Jones Hall in between classes.
If I am up there and if I have to go to pray, I just go up there, and they have installed like this sink, because before praying we have to wash our hands and go through a process and wash our feet too, so they have put like literally sinks up there so that we can do that.
The YSU Rec Center has accommodated students with a plethora of religion practices for the past 15 years. A second meditation room is located in the lobby of the Rec Center, giving students a private space for prayer or meditation needs.
I think there's just a lot of students that, practice some type of religious belief, and they need spaces to do that. They need spaces where they feel comfortable, and I feel like our staff are willing to help if they have questions on that.
Students and community members travel to the outskirts of campus to a synagogue on Elm Street to practice Judaism. Congregation Rodolph Shalom is one of the many off-campus resources students use to practice their cultural and religious traditions.
Once I finished the class, I started meeting with Rabbi Muller at Congregation Rodolph Shalom to kind of do more deep dives into topics that I was interested in, which for me are the idea of God and then social justice.
A new initiative was uprooted on YSU's campus last semester, with Rush City Church bringing a non-denominational worship service to campus. Students can connect with other Rush City members to practice their mission statement to forget religion and find God.
We have an awesome worship team that leads you in some songs to help you connect with God a little bit more and explore that. And then we have one of our communicators gives a message. We try to make it really, really relevant to what college students are going through and to modern day society.
Amanda Jornt, Jambar TV. Petitioners have been a problem on campus this semester. The YSU Police Department says the petitioners target campuses during election season.
There was a lot of concern coming from the campus community, faculty, staff, students, all, calling us and stating that, are these people allowed to be on campus? A couple of them were actually a little bit more pushy than they should have been, and we did address those issues. But short-term answer, yes, they are allowed to be on campus.
If a petition seeker makes you feel uncomfortable, contact the YSU Police Department at 330-941-3527.
YSU and IBM are offering a new program which will provide employment opportunities in the technology field. Through various apprenticeship programs, workers will gain hands-on experience in software engineering, data science, and analytic fields. IBM says 700,000 jobs are unfilled in the IT industry. Colleges and universities alone are only producing 60,000 of those jobs. President Tressel took part in the news conference to share the collaborative program with the Youngstown community.
It's a separate entity, and the curriculum is created at no cost. So it's just it's a bonus opportunity for our people on campus to find another pathway, to find another badge to add to their list of things on their transcript or whatever, and also perhaps some of our students that stepped out.
IBM really pioneered with this because they realized in order to meet the demand quickly that they could bring individuals that had high school education up to speed quickly as programmers.
For the second time this year, the NFL made a stop in Youngstown. The NFL traveled to Youngstown to work with America Makes to develop a safer helmet as part of the NFL Helmet Challenge Symposium. The three-day event last week kicked off a competition between athletic and STEM representatives. The NFL Helmet Challenge will conclude in May 2021. The winners will receive $1 million for further research.
Local fire station number 7 has been scheduled to close on December 1st. Number 7 services Cafaro and Leiden houses as well as the Courtyard apartments, thanks to its convenient location. The closing is causing safety concerns, however, in the community. Jambar reporter Abigail Cloutier has more.
Station 7 is closing due to the concerns about the fire department's budget, as well as the structural integrity of the building. However, the station's closure comes as news to President Jim Tressel.
The only thing I know about the closure of Station 7 is what I've seen in the news. I really haven't talked to anyone about the whys and the wherefores. Talked with some people on our campus to begin discussing what could be the effect, what do we need to do going forward, but actually anyone officially from the fire department or the city, I haven't had a chance to talk with them.
With the closure, student safety is a top priority.
Every minute, every 30 seconds, when you're in dangerous situations like a fire or someone needing to get medical care, those types of things, in this whole infrastructure discussion that we've been having with more students living on or around campus, the changing of our streets to be more pedestrian, to be more collegial and so forth, there are things that you have to keep in mind.
Students are learning about the opioid crisis in the community. Dr. Frank Beck of Mercy Health talked with the students about the dangers of overprescribing opioids. He says pain management is crucial for the victim's survival.
For non-emergent care, dental being the #1 reason patients present. The challenge with that is too often they're given a opioid prescription and the recommendation to seek dental care in the morning. The challenge is if they had the dentist, they wouldn't be in that hospital emergency department.
Beck warned his audience that it only takes one dose or 1 day's worth of opioids to become addicted.
Self-driving cars may be rolling into the valley. The Autonomous Car Seminar in Williamson Hall highlighted the advancements in the technology. Industry presenters like AAA educated the audience on safety and mobility concerns, as well as the industry's impact on Youngstown. They say that this advancing technology will soon shape everyday life. Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC drove the presentation with a demonstration vehicle showcasing the technology's capabilities.
YSU's Ethics Bowl team won regionals for the 4th year in a row. The team argues and presents historical to current ethical dilemmas. They finished with 7 points shy of a perfect score.
Being able to be a part of a team that's successful still from YSU makes me very proud of my school because it shows that just because you go to YSU doesn't matter. You can still do really great things at YSU, and YSU has very good resources for making sure that people do great things and come out of YSU having done those good things.
The win qualifies the team for their 5th national competition in 5 years. The National Ethics Bowl competition will be held in Atlanta in February 2020.
Students and staff are questioning the administration's decision to withhold a portion of fees from university departments and colleges. These fees are collected to provide classroom necessities and lab equipment. For more information on the story, read this week's Jambar.
Up next, executive producer Alyssa Weston will be sitting down with YSU student Jack CBEST, whose unexplainable recovery from drowning was deemed a miracle by the Vatican.
And later, we'll get an update on YSU sports and a look at the arts and entertainment on campus. So stay with us.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Hey kid, you want to try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. Today I'm joined with Senior Communications and Nonprofit Leadership major Jack CBEST. Jack might seem like a normal YSU student, but what some might know is that he made a miraculous recovery from drowning and was revived, which was deemed a miracle by the Vatican. Jack, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So can you tell me a little bit about the drowning incident and how you were revived?
Yeah, so I was 5 years old and we were celebrating our baseball team's end of the season, and it was a really hot summer day. And I wasn't listening to my mom when she told me to get out, and I chased after my brother who was in the deep end because he was older than me. So I go and I slipped and I was under the water for their guesstimating to be 14 minutes. They pulled me out and I was blue from the waist up. The medical team came and they said it was not very good at all. And I got put into a coma when I went to the hospital. They said I would not live, and if there was some slim chance of me surviving, I would have serious long-term results from this to my health. And then after about 2 days on the feast day of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, I moved my finger, and that was something special because the Oblate Sisters foundress, Blessed Mother Teresa Cassini, was the person that they were praying through her intercession for this miracle. And the sisters, their full name is the Oblate Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So it was pretty special that on the day that we were praying through the intercession of the foundress, I started to move. And then later on, I woke up and I was fully moving around and completely aware.
So you talk a little bit about the Oblate Sisters. Could you tell me a little bit about who they are and why they were at the hospital for you?
Yeah, so the Oblate Sisters are a group of nuns that started in Italy, and they are now on Warner Road in Hubbard, and they had a preschool and kindergarten, and they were trying to get people that voices I might recognize. So along with family and friends at the time, they used my teachers, which was the Oblate sisters. And so when they came, they asked if they can put a prayer card to their foundress under my pillow.
Do you remember anything at all from this incident?
I don't recall anything when I was in a comatose, but I remember the feeling of slipping and then waking up and wanting spaghetti from the Oblates and playing with my brother and a Spider-Man action figure.
So just like any other 5-year-old, right?
Yes.
Just wanting some food and play with toys. So I know that this phenomenon was deemed a miracle by the Vatican, and that took 12 years after the incident happened. Can you tell me about the process?
Yeah, so it was a long time because they have to do a lot of research to actually declare it a miracle. So we had dozens of doctors that were trying to find some scientific reasoning and evidence why I'm here, and why I'm here with no resulting damage from drowning at such a young age, especially when it was a hot summer day, so the pH balance was off from the chemicals in the pool. No one was able to find anything. It was deemed through God, and they had to prove a lot of different people were praying, all through the intercession of Blessed Mother Teresa Cassini.
So I know you visited Italy for this, and you went with the Oblate Sisters in the Youngstown Diocese. Can you tell me about that experience?
Yeah, it was a life-changing experience. It was absolutely amazing. It was, like I said, like you said, 12 years after the incident, so there was a lot that went into it. And by surprise, I didn't know ahead of time that I was going to get to meet the Pope, but then day of, I found out through the Oblates, and I got to sit near Pope Francis when he was giving his general audience speech, and then afterwards he came over and I got to meet him, and it was an amazing experience. I got to read at the Mass at St. Peter's Basilica, which was also pretty amazing. I got to carry in the relic, which was a lock of Blessed Mother Teresa Cassini's hair, for the beatification ceremony in Frascati, Italy.
Did this experience impact your faith at all?
Yes, I think subconsciously. I mean, I was very young when it happened, so I don't think that I was super deep into my faith, and then later on when I was 5, I really was like some monk. But no, I was just a 5-year-old, and now I still do hold my faith near and dear to my heart, and I think that there's a lot of good things with it, and I hope to still continue being involved in my faith.
So you say that this was declared a miracle because it couldn't be explained by science. There was many doctors who testified for that, and a lot of it was due to the Oblate Sisters, like you said. Do you still keep in touch with the Oblate Sisters at all?
Oh, absolutely. They're my girls. I love them so much. Whenever I go over there, they cook the best food, and they still have their Italian Mass, and they're all the happiest people you'll ever meet.
Well, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your story.
Thank you for inviting me.
Up next, Abigail will be giving us a weekly update on arts and entertainment in Youngstown, so stay with us.
The Penguin Club supports your Youngstown State student athletes.
Thanks to the Penguin Club, our student athletes are given the chance to win a championship and, more importantly, earn a degree.
Join the Penguin Club to support YSU and benefit from priority season tickets, game day parking, and access to hospitality suites.
Be a part of the team behind the teams.
Join the Penguin Club and make a difference.
Call 330-9411-YSU or go to ysusports.com for more information.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University, and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa, and I'm Y and proud.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University, and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am Y and proud.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting. where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Abigail Cloutier. Elm Street shops just north of campus continue to grow. One art studio creates for a cause. Visitors can buy recycled wood paintings, fair trade items, baskets, and dolls to fund mission trips and support local art. Jambar reporter Frances Claus has more.
For Krista Franklin of Once Upon a Time Art Studio, combining her passion for art and helping others is not possible without support from the Youngstown community.
I think when you support local artists, it just builds their confidence, and I feel like it's much better than buying any big franchise type art. There's something special about it, and it's one of a kind.
Through donations, Franklin has been able to travel to India, where she will be returning. Future destinations include New York, Russia, and Ethiopia.
Last year was my first mission trip to India, and that one cost a lot of money. And it was due to support of people just donating so much so that I can be able to go on this missionaries trip. I had a coffee shop donate $700 that went towards my missionaries trip. And so the support, I don't think people realize how much support is needed, and I just feel like through their support I've been able to accomplish what I really need to accomplish.
To support Franklin's cause, visit 818 Elm Street or the Once Upon a Time Art Line Facebook page. Frances Claus, Jambar TV.
Youngstown Clothing Company celebrates the grand opening of its new storefront in the Southern Park Mall. The event featured a cornhole tournament, giveaways, and local vendors including Penguin City Beer, White House Fruit Farm, and DeRusso's Sausage.
Having their own shop and having their own place where they can have their full line out on display, I think is definitely going to be advantageous for them, and easier for people to find them and get what they want. Nothing sucks more than going out to one of the coffee shops and then being out of the one shirt you're hoping to get just because they just don't have room for them in there, or they have it somewhere else or something like that.
The new storefront opens as the mall undergoes some major changes. Many stores are opening as a dedication to the Youngstown community. YSU's greatest love story, YSU mascots Pete and Penny, celebrate their 33rd wedding anniversary. The pair first waddled down the aisle in 1986 during halftime of the YSU versus University of Akron football game. Zippy, the University of Akron's kangaroo mascot, was the best man. Students and staff joined the Penguins for celebratory photos and cake in the lower arcade of Kilcawley Center yesterday. Last year, the Penguins mascots renewed their vows as an attempt to make Penguins' presence more prominent in campus life. Since then, Penny has reappeared at YSU events and games. Up next, Dom and Brandon will take us to the Beagley Center for men and women's basketball, and we'll get a preview of the last game of the football season, so check back after the break.
Indianapolis, the heart of hoops hysteria. And beginning in March, the home of the Horizon League Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. 8 teams look to reach the horizon and punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Semifinal action takes place Monday, March 9th, and Horizon League champions are crowned Tuesday, March 10th. Visit horizonleague.com for more information and to score your tickets today.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.
It's always out there,
the horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Dom Joseph.
And I'm Brandon Terlecki. Prior to Mary Dunn's injury, the women took on Eastern Michigan at the Beagley Center, where Dunn would have a career day with 30 points, including her 1,000th point. Let's take it out right now to the Beagley Center. We're going to get this one started. Right now. Here comes Maddie Albaugh down, and she dishes it to Jen Wendler. Using my grandfather's advice, use the bank board, Dom, off it.
Absolutely. That's a great bucket there by Jen Wendler. But how about Chelsea Olsen? A great dish to Mary Dunn. She can shoot threes. Big time bucket for number 15.
Let me see Chelsea Olsen, the chosen one, number 12, coming down the floor, and go to London with the Euro step, Dom. It's all over. Chelsea has been on fire, and she does it again.
How about this, Maddie Shire? She's a sharp shooter, but how about give it to Maddie Albaugh, the freshman? That's a three for Maddie Albaugh. Tremendous bucket for number 0.
And Chelsea Olsen again. She's going to take it. Give me a double dose, Dom. Again, Chelsea Olsen all the way. Love it, and I can't wait.
How about that? Mary Dunn right there. That free throw, that is career point number 1,000 for Mary Dunn, number 15. Tremendous job by her. Again, as we mentioned earlier, her timetable for return is uncertain at this time, so we'll just have to wait and see when she comes back.
That's right.
But now on to the men's side. Sophomore guard Darius Quisenberry scored 11 points on Tuesday night and reached a career-high 500 points as the team took down North Carolina Central. After the game, Coach Calhoun talked about the impact Quisenberry has on the team.
DQ is really working hard on his defense, trying to hold himself accountable to help our team. So he's a big piece of what we're doing, and doesn't surprise me what he's doing. I think it's only going to get better.
Youngstown University is proud to provide a wide variety of sports ranging from track and field to swimming and diving. New to the YSU athletic tradition is women's lacrosse. The Mid-American Conference announced earlier this month that YSU would be joining the conference as a part of the 2021 inaugural season. The MAC also announced that YSU, along with the University of Detroit Mercy, would become affiliates of the conference, calling it, quote, a truly historic day, as women's lacrosse has become a main topic of conversation around the community. Teresa Walton was named the first ever head coach for the team in July, and according to Walton, the first season for YSU will go hand in hand with the MAC.
And I think it was definitely a long time coming, but good that we're right on time for it to start at the same time as the MAC conference does. So I think they were hoping for, ideally, I'm thinking 2 to 3 years down the road, but I think it happened faster than they thought with added teams coming in for the 2022 season, such as Eastern Michigan.
Women's lacrosse will start in the spring of 2021 and play all of their home games at the brand new Cavelli Sports Complex.
The 2019 Youngstown State University football season will come to a close this Saturday as the Penguins take on the number 6 ranked Illinois State University. The 2019 campaign hasn't been kind to the YSU faithful after a perfect 4-0 start. The Penguins hit a rough patch ever since conference play began. Tomorrow is also senior night. However, head coach Bo Pelini says that he was going to go start the game. Some of the younger players our playing time is going to be limited as well. With the playoffs off the table, that decision will not come easy for the team.
I want to win. I mean, that's what. But along the way, like I said, we're thinking more toward, we want to win in the here and now, but this is about the future and also honoring these seniors that have, playing their last football game. There's a lot that goes into it, and but at the end of the day, we want to play well and win the football game, but at the same time, we want to, take advantage of the opportunity to get some guys some playing time.
Good luck to the Gwins as kickoff for the last game is scheduled for tomorrow at noon here at the Ice Castle.
Thank you for watching Jambar TV. For more content, check out the Jambar newspaper. I'm Amanda Jorrant.
And I'm Thomas Kushner. We'll see you next Friday at noon, Penguins.
Founded in 1985, the Missouri Valley Football Conference has established a tradition of FCS football excellence. Competing at the highest level of NCAA Division I, student athletes at its 10 institutions demonstrate character, passion, and integrity as they grow as a student, an athlete, and a citizen. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where leaders are shaped and champions are forged.